I am Dr. Danielle Perreault, and I would like today to tell you a story. Last year in March 24, I went northeast of Uganda. I was invited by a friend of mine who was meeting his family in Kaabong, in the district of Karamanja. Karamanja is a large district where live 300,000 people, mostly herding livestock and doing some farming in pretty harsh condition. During this visit, I met an exceptional woman, Maria Akulu, who is the director of Kaabong College of Nursing and Midwifery. Because despite very precarious teaching conditions, the commitment, the resilience, and the courage of both the teacher and students were remarkable. That's why I'm talking to you right now. Although this government college was founded 5 years ago and now welcomes more than 600 students, it only has 2 classrooms, a small clinical skill lab, and an under-equipped computer room. The classrooms are made of fabric tents or sheet metal, therefore very little protection from the element. Just think of the rainy season, the deafening sound of the rain on the metal roof, or the strong wind typical for that region. All that make learning very difficult. Here are examples of the challenge they face. More than 120 students attend a neonatal resuscitation demonstration. The instructor, Victoria, an experimental midwife, explains the procedures to follow. Then the students are expected to practice, but there are only 6 mannequins for the entire group, which means 15 to 20 students per mannequin. As a result, many cannot practice properly or not at all. Another example, postpartum hemorrhagie simulations, where the students learn to act quickly in realistic scenarios, skills that can save a mother's life. But once again, a lack of equipment limits the opportunity to practice. They also learn how to palpate the uterus during prenatal care or how to suture tears after childbirth. But there are only 2 mannequins in the whole college and no needle holders for practicing surgical skills. They have to exercise with the needle at the tip of their fingers in a block of foam. There are only 5 midwife instructors for hundreds of students. Computer-based learning, which includes specific training programs and simulation scenarios, has become essential. But the lab only has 11 computers and an internet access that is unreliable. These young healthcare professionals need true simulation to acquire the skills before they get to the hospital practice. Because on the ground, they will face situations where they have to act quickly and sometimes with minimal supervision. One of the highlights of my visit was to be able to discuss with some of the students, and actually I asked 2 of them, what is the main quality of a midwife? Let's listen to 2 of them.
A midwife should be empathetic and kind.
Oh, to me, a midwife should be loving, caring, and always have that heart to help. It's very good. I mean, just be that person that you feel you should be. Yeah.
In this first phase of funding, we are asking you to help us for those 3 urgent needs. First, educational materials, mannequin, instruments, simulation kits. Second, temporary classroom to replace the damaged tents. Third, computer lab equipment and a reliable internet to enable access to e-learning. I'm working with CASHA, a Canadian organization, and on the ground, we have a partnership with QAM, an Italian medical organization that's been working in Uganda for many years. So together, we really want to assure you that all the donation will be used effectively and with transparency. Now, why should you choose that project? Let's put it in the context. In this part of the planet, where you have 1 doctor per 50,000 people, while in Canada, it's 1 out of 370, the health professionals like the nurses and midwife are in the front line, in education, in prevention, in acute care. So let's give them the tools and the training they deserve. You're going to feel good.